What up, fellow nerds, and welcome to Not Your Status Quo's Theory-Palooza about the Young Avengers.
And remember, I'm going to do it. Remember to subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, and hit the bell to be notified of future content.
And share this video with all your friends. Don't watch it and try to take all of our theories for yourself. We know what you're doing. Share it. Let them see this. Thank you.
But Keith, I don't have any friends.
It's been a problem.
I'm gonna burn this place to the ground.
All right. Today we're going to talk about the Young Avengers and how we think they are going to be brought into the MCU for Phase 4. And even how they're going to be used in the MCU.
All right, well, let's talk about it.
All right. So let's talk about who the Young Avengers are, at least
Who
in
are
the
they,
comics. Well, first we have Iron Lad. And he's basically
Spider-Man.
a time-traveling teen. He's not Spider-Man.
Okay.
A time-traveling teen who has his own suit of neurokinetic armor.
Neural kinetic armor.
Yes.
Is it similar to the type of armor that Tony Stark wore in the last Avengers movie?
Yes,
Endgame? Okay.
exactly. And he reveals himself to be a young, more benevolent
Benevolent.
Kang. And basically, he in the comics he ends up leaving, but he leaves his armor behind, which evolves into a new Vision.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, very good.
Is that how we're getting our vision?
Maybe.
That would be incredible.
That would be
And,
an incredible Theory-Palooza.
That would be. Well, and we still got to find out what's going on with the Vision and WandaVision, because if she is bending reality to bring him back, maybe we will need this new Vision later on in the MCU. And what better way than having like it panned out, how it played out in the comics with Iron Lad leaving and it becoming that. But second part of the team is Hulkling. And despite his name, Hulkling is a shapeshifter, and he is basically the son of a Kree, Marvel, who has been sort of gender bended in the MCU, and a Skrull princess, Anel. And so his very existence almost causes war, again, between the Kree and the Skrull. So
He could be a super Skrull, and still resemble the Hulk.
Yes, he could. No, absolutely.
Or they could totally change up the story, and She-Hulk could come in and get into a relationship with the created Vision that Wanda made.
I think that theory's out
Wanda
there.
might get upset. Maybe it could be her heel turn.
That theory's a little out there, but
It's not a Theory-Palooza?
That's
I am not going
That
to
theory
discount
is
it.
not officially sanctioned by Not Your Status Quo. Well, then you have Wiccan and Speed. And those are twin brothers, magically created by the Scarlet Witch.
Nice.
Wiccan is a powerful spellcaster, and Speed is a speedster like Quicksilver.
Rest in peace.
Yes. And then we have Patriot. Eli Bradley is the grandson of Isaiah Bradley, one of the African-American soldiers who was one of the test subjects for the super soldier serum, and that eventually created Captain America. Eli, the young, leads his teammates to believe that he inherited these powers from his grandfather. He did not. And in the comics, he was using the mutant growth hormone to basically get these powers. So, which mutants might be coming soon. So
I really hope so. I can't wait until they find some. I'm more curious how they're going to introduce mutants into the MCU than them actually do. I'm just more curious how they're going to make it happen.
I think it would be great if they just sprinkled them in here and there, and then just, all at once you see, oh my God, they've been there this whole time.
I would like that. That'd be cool.
I think they'll definitely do that. And
Or
then
they could
next.
just do a multiverse.
Stop that. Just stop it right now. We already got Multiverse coming with Doctor Strange.
And then we have Hawkeye. Not Jeremy Renner's Clint Barton, but Kate Bishop, who takes up the mantle of Hawkeye after Clint Barton's death in the comics. Then after Clint returns, there's kind of two Hawkeyes going on. And then the last member of the original Young Avengers is Stature, the daughter of Scott Lang, Cassie Lang, who inherited his abilities to shrink and grow, and she's part of the Young Avengers.
Inherited his abilities to shrink and grow?
Yes, using the pin particles.
Oh, I was about to say, I'm like, okay.
Knowledge. Knowledge.
All right. I was going to say, did some sort of mutant thing happen in the comics that I missed?
Nope. So, how are we going to see all of these people? How are they going to come together in the MCU? Well, One of them we've already met. We've met Stature. You know, she was in, or Cassie Lang was in Ant-Man, Ant-Man and the Wasp. And we also saw an older version in Avengers Endgame played by Emma Furman. So we've already seen her. We don't know what her contract is with Marvel, but I'm sure she would be more than willing to show up on a Disney Plus show. But none of that has been confirmed. But Stature is in the MCU. We also know that the Hawkeye Disney Plus series is going to introduce Kate Bishop.
Nice.
So we don't know who's going to be playing her yet.
I was gonna say we first heard it was the girl from Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah, from Bumblebee.
Yeah, from Bumblebee. And I don't know where we heard that, but I thought it was official at the time. If I reported that incorrectly on our show, I'm sorry.
It was not official, but it was a lot of people reporting they were after her. But I guess her contract with the Apple TV show, I can't think of who
Emily
it's about.
Dickinson?
Emily Dickinson may have caused some scheduling issues, which may prevent her from doing it. So they are looking at other people. But we do have confirmation that Kate Bishop is going to be in the MCU, and we already have Stature or Cassie Lang. Now some of the others. First off, we'll talk about Patriot. This was the one who, up until a few days ago, I was like, man, maybe they're going to do something else with the Young Avengers. Maybe we won't see Eli, Bradley. Maybe it's going to be something. Maybe they'll bring Miss Marvel into the Young Avengers or do something like that.
I'd be happy with that too.
Yeah, that would be cool. But we found out the other day that Carl Lumbly has been cast in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and everyone is speculating that he is going to be Isaiah Bradley.
Oh, all right.
Which, I think we can put the dots together on this.
Yeah.
He shows up. He's one of the original, like Captain America, who got the Super Soldier Serum.
Yeah.
And now his, son, or grandson, I should say, shows up, and he is using this, mutant growth hormone or whatever they're going to do in the MCU to be Patriot in the Young Avengers.
I'm wondering if it's going to be like another one of the knockoff formulas, like what we saw in Civil War, where they had been experimenting on some of these other people. So I'm wondering if it's going to be just another one of those.
It definitely could be. They could take it a couple different routes.
Oh yeah.
But the fact that we are very likely getting Isaiah Bradley in Falcon and the Winter Soldier is almost enough to really, these Young Avengers rumors have been heating up more and more. And, we'll talk about Hulkling, because nothing has been confirmed with Hulkling. There has been rumors that he is going to show up in Captain Marvel 2, which sounds like it could be Secret Invasion, sounds like it could be another Kree-Skrull War. A lot going on, but a lot sounds like where he could be introduced, or at least play a major part.
really wonder whether they're ever going to do a Secret Invasion. The way that they've introduced the Skrull in this, I feel like it would make it difficult unless they decide to introduce a separate faction.
And they could do that, and it would definitely, be like, it's going against these Skrulls. These are the good ones. These are the bad ones trying to take over. It'd be a nice twist, heel turn for that species. Everyone thought it was going to happen in Captain Marvel, so they may shake it up. Or it could be the Kree secret
That would
invading.
be interesting, too.
Or it could be like they're going to turn it on its ear, like in this movie they needed to gather, in this movie being Captain Marvel, they needed to gather all the Skrull back together before they could start something like this.
And you don't think that them working on Sword would
that's
give that away?
There's a little hole in my theory, but they could flip it on its ear. I saw that one scene in Captain Marvel that made me think that when his daughter turned and she looked like she liked what she saw.
And that's what a lot of people speculated, including us, on our Captain Marvel spoiler-filled review. Go check it out; it's great. And that very well could happen. So nothing confirmed on Hulkling, but there's rumors out there about what's going on in Captain Marvel, and he could very easily be introduced. And then we got Wiccan and Speed, which
we might actually see them show up then in WandaVision.
Well, the Super Bowl ad, if you saw it, there's baby bassinets with pacifiers being spit into the air. So if that's not confirmation of Wiccan and Speed, I don't know what is.
Right.
And one of the interesting things about them, we talked when we were kind of talking about who they are. They were magically created by the Scarlet Witch with her reality-bending powers.
Well, as long as she's magically creating an entire world and a TV show for us, might as well make some kids out of it, too.
But part of it is once she found out that they weren't really her and the Vision's kids, she kind of, her mental state started declining. And she actually became a villain in a really, well, a couple times. You know, she basically, in House of M, she said no more mutants and wiped out almost all the mutants, which maybe they'll spin that on its head. And
Wasn't she part of the Brotherhood at one point as well?
Yes, that was earlier in the comics, though,
Yeah.
when she thought her dad was Magneto and whatnot. But, you know, she also kind of, you know, did the Darker Than Scarlet when she kind of lost her mind after finding out the kids were actually demons that Master Pandemonium had needed. Please don't bring in Master Pandemonium to the MCU. But, you know, it was kind of a cool arc, and seeing someone with that powerful, you know, kind of start to become evil would be a really cool way to go down the MCU. I don't know if Elizabeth Olsen is up for playing a villain, but she's a fine actress. She would be able to pull it off. So I think we're definitely getting Wiccan and Speed in WandaVision. And with her abilities, they could age quickly. You know, we have no idea what's going to happen during that.
We don't even know how much from the show is going to eventually carry over into the larger movies.
Yep, that's very true. And then finally, Iron Lad. This is a lot like the Eli Bradley from earlier. We didn't know anything about Kang being introduced. We still haven't heard anything about Kang being introduced, but the same Super Bowl ad that showed us the bassinets, during the Loki scene, he looks like a prisoner of the Time Variance Authority, which he's got the jumpsuit on, which we all know, as we talked about earlier, Kang was a member of that before he became the Conqueror. So I think there is a very good chance that we are going to see Kang introduced in the Loki Disney Plus show, which could then spin off with his younger self coming back to like 2023 to become Iron Lad, and then his future self coming back in time, because let's face it, they've been jumping around time quite a bit.
Yeah.
You know, between Endgame and what Loki's doing with the Tesseract. A lot's going on. It's gonna gain his attention. So,
and they have to bring Kang in sometime to be, I think, the villain in Avengers 6. You know, after whatever plays out in 5. I think it'll be like we were talking in our other video about Theory-Palooza, part 1, I believe, about one's cosmic and one's more down to earth.
Yeah, that was episode 1. You should go back and watch it.
Everybody,
let us know what was in it.
Yeah, we'll put the link down below. Check that one out. Check out the Thunderbolts Theory-Palooza. Check out our Cosmic Korvac Theory-Palooza.
And check out our review of Detective Pikachu. That's related to this.
That was.
Oh yeah, you can't sleep until you watch that.
Our finest work. But you know, I think this is how they're all going to come out. But I was thinking about this. You know, we have the Avengers movies that come out every couple of years. There are these big events. I think the Young Avengers are going to be groomed to kind of be the Disney Plus version of that.
Okay.
So we'll see them in the movies. They'll show up. They'll be there. But they're going to be more a Disney Plus
They'll have like
property.
maybe a stronger connection than the Marvel TV shows on Netflix ever did with the MCU.
Now that Marvel Television has been disbanded and it's now Marvel Studios TV, ran by Kevin Feige and his gang, I think we're going to see a lot more of that. It's
that
not
would be
going
nice.
to be.
I'd like to see that.
It's not going to be, you know, a newspaper about the, you know, attack on New York and Daredevil and nothing else about it. I think these are going to be intertwined. He has said characters from the Disney Plus shows will show up in the movies.
Good.
So
Excellent.
I think there's a good chance She-Hulk shows up in the Avengers, Miss Marvel will be around. But I do think they're going to keep building up these Disney Plus shows, kind of like they do with the movies. We'll see them all, then they'll all kind of gang up to handle a big threat, whatever that may be, and then they'll go back to their own shows. And then
Be
we'll
their
see
friendly
them
neighborhood WandaVision.
Exactly.
Let me ask you guys this, because I've been wondering about this ever since we saw Endgame. Do you think that Tony and Pepper's daughter is ever going to get into superheroics in any way?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Because we've seen that Pepper has been willing to put on a suit, and you know she fought in the battle. But I'm just wondering now if she's going to allow her daughter to take part in any of it.
See, and I hope not, because you know there's a new Iron Man in the comics, Ironheart, which is Riri Williams, which she's like a teenage genius. I would rather see her take on the Iron Man mantle than have it be Morgan Stark.
Right.
I mean, they could do something with her, but I don't think she's going to take on the role of Iron Man. I would rather see that play out as it did in the comics, because if we get, Ironheart, then we can kind of start going towards the champions. She could either join the Young Avengers.
That'd be cool.
We get Nova, we get all of these guys, Amadeus Cho, Hulk. So many different ways they can go. I really hope we don't see, Morgan Stark become Iron Man. Well, that's all we got for you guys today. Let us know what you think of our theories, except for the one Doug had.
And put your theories down in the comments below, and we'll respond to them and tell you how plausible we think they are.
Absolutely.
See y'all next time.